What if President Trump says, I don't like what President Xi had to say, we're going ahead with 25% tariffs on nearly all the goods coming in from China? What then happens to the global economy?
That would be very, very destructive. That would be very negative for the world's growth. And it would splash over, it would spill over practically into every single economy in the world. It's not just about China and not just about the United States. Because of their importance and because they have these massive relationships with the rest of the world, you would have an inevitable impact, a very negative impact. So we're hoping that that is not the scenario that we see in the next few days.
And it does seem that in order to avoid that negative impact, many are putting their hopes on the central banks once again. We've already seen the Fed, the ECB indicate they could take an even more dovish turn from here. But does that concern you, given where we are since the financial crisis and the central banks have already been asked to do so much?
The central banks are heroes. Without their work, we would be much worse off today after 10 years of crisis. However, the central banks, by virtue of having been heroes in the battles before, have run out of ammunition. Interest rates are at zero practically everywhere, or very close. And now we know that interest rates are going to remain low for longer. That is as much as the central banks can do. Already 30 to 40% of the debt of OECD countries is being traded at negative yields. I mean, how much further down can you go? So there's also the time when fiscal policy, meaning the expenditure policy, meaning the treasuries of the world, should come in. Some countries, of course, are taking care of their debts, but some countries do have capacity to actually spend more in a controlled fashion. It's not just, letting the lid off. But in a controlled fashion, you can stimulate 0.5%, 1% without losing control of your debt to GDP ratios and actually increasing the revenue in the end, and therefore, making it work with a higher level of growth. Remember, in Australia, we committed to put in place policies that would lead to a 2% higher growth than the baselines of each country. We haven't been very successful there. So coordinated fiscal policy is the next stage.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.